I'm Reece Ratliff, and welcome back to another episode of Anatomy of a Song, the series where I take you all behind the scenes for an inside look at the writing process behind each of the songs on my debut album, Compass. Today we're going to be talking about Drive, a song that I wrote with Matt and one of his childhood friends, Jake Olbaum, who is also the lead singer of the Foxies, a super dope up-and-coming band out of Nashville. Check them out. Here we go. Standing on a street corner, somewhere between New York and LA. Always caught up in her dreams, and she wouldn't have it any other way. Heard her talking to herself there, something about how it'll all be okay. Her name in lights on the monkey in her mind, but it's standing in the way, standing in her way. Oh, she told her mama she'd make it, she won't have to fake it. Oh, sometimes nobody will say it, but you still gotta face it. Oh, there's a road between the subway stations. Forget your tickets, you're wasting your time. Still waiting on your expectations. Step off the brake and drive. Tried to help her find the bright side between the morning and the moonlight. Wrote it down in a letter like the one that I still read every night. Oh, gotta keep it together, it's gonna get better. Oh, sometimes we can't find the answers, but we still take our chances. Oh, there's a road between the subway stations. Forget your tickets, you're wasting your time. Still waiting on your expectations. Step off the brake and drive. Oh, step off the brake and drive. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the real thing. Hands on the wheel, step off the brake. Hey, hands on the wheel, eyes on the real thing. Hands on the wheel, step off the brake and drive. There's a road between the subway stations. Forget your ticket, you're wasting your time. Still waiting on your expectations. Step off the brake, step off the brake. There's a road between the subway stations. Forget your ticket, you're wasting your time. Still waiting on your expectations. Step off the brake and drive. Oh, hey. Step off the brake and drive. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the real thing. Hands on the wheel, step off the brake. Hey, hands on the wheel, eyes on the real thing. Hands on the wheel, step off the brake and drive. So this was another one we wrote over Zoom after the pandemic hit. We got on, and I was talking with Matt and Jake, and we decided we wanted to write a story song. You know, someone else's experience, but something that still kind of relates to the theme of the album. And we decided on the classic tale of the girl who leaves home to make it in show business. So we kind of start with the image of her standing on a street corner somewhere between New York and LA, always caught up in her dreams, and she wouldn't have it any other way. So she's dead set on one of those two cities, and that's kind of what she believes is that golden ticket to fame. She thinks she can only accomplish what she needs to if she's in one of those two cities, and that feeling ends up being what ultimately holds her back. Her name in lights on the marquee in her mind, but it's standing in the way. So it's this feeling that she needs to make it to New York or to LA to make it and to accomplish her dreams. She's not seeing that, she can make so much progress where she is, and that desire to get out there is holding her back from realizing that. So then for the chorus, we kind of open up to, there's a road between the subway stations. Forget your ticket, you're wasting your time. So the meaning there is twofold. First, the whole idea of it's not the destination, it's all about the journey. There's this whole road between the two stops, and there's so much you can do in the middle. But the second meaning comes from the fact that when you step on a subway, you're simply going for a ride. You have no agency, no control over where you're going, how you get there. You just step on and then you step off at your next stop. But when you step in a car, when you drive, you can go where you want, when you want, in your own way. So the whole idea behind step off the brake and drive isn't just go out and do that thing now, don't wait for the opportunity to come to you. It's really just take control of the situation, make it yours. Don't just focus on the way that other people have done it in the past. Step off the brake and drive your own way. So then the second verse, we kind of bring it back to the first person. I tried to help her find the bright side between the morning and the moonlight, giving her this motivation to work during the day, and wrote it down in a letter like the one that I still read every night. Listen, like I've gotten the same advice in the past. I thought that all that mattered was making it, and you gotta realize that there's so much before that. So just kind of passing down that advice in this letter. And really just remembering to keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the real thing, stay focused on the future, but also don't let the journey slip away. Be ready to go out and seize the world, and just get ready for that next adventure. Step off the brake and drive. So I want you guys this week to go out and have a drive moment, whether it's trying something new or doing something that's been done a million times in your own way. I want you to just take a second and say, hey, step off the brake and drive. Love you all. Again, I'm Reece Ratliff, and I'll see you next week on another episode of Anatomy of a Song.